Hello everyone. Today we are going to study sewage treatment. This concept we are going to study involves the topics primary treatment, secondary treatment. Secondary treatment is nothing using a activated sludge method, and the last one is a tertiary treatment method. So let us study primary treatment. First one. Here, primary treatment involves screening, slit and grit removal, and oil and grease removal and sedimentation process. After the completion of all these four processes, the water is free from the physically removable sewage containing physically removable contaminations can be easily removed after the primary treatment. So first of all, screening. Screening, it is a physical process. This involves actually the arrangement of a bar in a say mesh form. So through the mesh arranged in the bars are arranged in the form of the mesh, and through this mesh when the sewage is allowed to float, the suspended coarse particles like wood, glass bottles, plastic buckets, or else any plastic materials, clothing material and dead animals, all these are going to be stopped behind the screens, and the remaining sewage will be allowed to float through the screen. Then silt and grit removal is made with the help of the chamber called as grit chamber. In this grit chamber, suddenly the velocity of the flow of the sewage is going to be drastically reduced. So thus in this reduced flow, heavier particles are slowly getting settled at the bottom, and thus the sewage which is moving will be freed from all such heavier particles like sand as well as broken glasses, etc. Then removal of oil and grease. So oil and grease, if it is associated with the water, then there an arrangement is made in such a way that air is continuously made to pass through from the bottom of the tank towards the upper side, so that due to the encountering of the air with the oil and grease, there generates the foam at the surface. This foam, once it is formed at the surface, can be easily skimmed off, and thus oil and grease can be removed. Then sedimentation process. This sedimentation process is nothing but with the help of chemicals like coagulants. Coagulants means very popularly known, ferrous ammonium sulfate. It is also called as ferrous alum. So that those type of coagulants are mixed with the water, so that all the suspended impurities are collectively deposited at the bottom. They are going to be settling at the bottom, and then the water which is free from the suspended impurities can be decanted and it can be used. So thus the primary treatment will enable us to obtain the water which is free from the physically removable objects as well as uh, these suspended impurities, etc. And in the secondary treatment, we will be able to make the water free from biological oxygen demand also. What I mean to tell you is, if water is contaminated with organic matter which can be oxidized by microorganisms, that can be removed or that can be eliminated with the help of a secondary treatment. So what actually is made in this process is the activated say sludge process. So involves aerobic oxidation of the organic matter present in the sewage. So for this, okay, sludge is used. Sludge means slurry, slurry of mud. Okay, that itself is called as sludge. So you can now you are just seeing this picture, entire picture. This is a tank. In this tank, water is filled here, along with the sewage water. Now activated sludge. Activated. The meaning of activated itself is that the presence of microorganisms in the muddy sludge. These sewage water and microorganisms containing sludge are mixed thoroughly and allowed to stand in a chamber called as activated sludge chamber, and air is compressed from top to bottom. Here the pipes are arranged in such a way that from bottom air is encountering here the water throughout the this tank. Air is able to move here, and the microorganisms that are associated with the sludge, using this excessive oxygen present in the air, will be able to oxidize all the organic matter possibly present in the sewage, and thus make the conversion of organic matter into carbon dioxide and water. So thus freeing all the sewage from biologically oxidizable organic matter. Okay, then next water after the biological oxidation, microorganisms oxidation, okay, it is allowed to stand for a longer time in a sedimentation tank. In the sedimentation tank, okay, so sludge is settled at the bottom, that will be taken out and it will be mixed for the second say cycle, and the water which is retained at the top will be taken out. Okay, so that is the treated water. Okay, so this is what the entire process which has been explained extensively here in this slide. Okay, the sedimented sewage water is mixed with proper quality of activated sludge and mixed, sent to the aeration tank, in which mixture is aerated, agitated several hours. In this process, organic matter oxidizes. Once the process is completed, effluent is sent to sedimentation tank, where the water is free from organic matter is drawn off, and sludge which is settled at the bottom is taken, and it is mixed with the fresh batch of the sewage. The same whatever I explained is written wordly here in this slide. So now, okay, so the water is having only, okay, the chemicals like phosphates, heavy metal ions, and colloidal impurities, as well as biologically non-degradable organic compounds in the water. So to remove all these, we have to go for the another method called as tertiary treatment method. So let us try to understand what is this tertiary treatment. This tertiary treatment involves the following different steps. Here, removal of say phosphates and coagulation and sedimentation process and filtration, this degasification process and disinfection process. All these different processes will be adopted to remove all the heavy chemicals, heavy metal ions and chemicals, as well as non-biologically oxidizable organic matter. Okay, so let us try to understand each of these. So now first one, removal of phosphates. So this can be achieved with the help of mixing of sewage with the lime. When lime is interacted with the sewage, then calcium carbonate is converted into calcium phosphate. Thus, calcium phosphate is insoluble in water, can be easily removed. And coagulation as well as sedimentation process. The suspended, say, fine particles are removed with the help of coagulants like ferrous ammonium sulfate. So, ferrous ammonium sulfate, once it is mixed with the water, so very suspended impurities will come together and bind together, become bigger sized particles and get settled at the bottom. So this is called as sedimentation process. Coagulation first, then sedimentation, settling at the bottom. Then filtration. So this is achieved simply, this is a very conventional one. So with the help of sand beds, okay, so water is allowed to pass through the sand bed, and the suspended matter will be filtered completely through the sand bed, and the outcoming water is very clear crystal, but possibly this outcoming water may be contaminated only with the dissolved gas as well as microorganisms in it. If we are able to remove these two also, then the water, okay, we are going to obtain is of very excellent quality. So now degasification means removal of gases like removal of carbon dioxide, removal of say ammonia, etc. These are done with the help of degasifiers. Okay, degasifiers means usually the sewage water is allowed to fall from a certain height through a small pores, through a plates containing small pores. Okay, then the entire chamber is heated, so that with the help of the heating, with the help of the heat, okay, the gases will be leaving from the water, they will come out, and immediately with the help of the vacuum pumps, the liberated gas, outcoming gas, are evacuated from that. So thus the gas, okay, can be eliminated from, okay, with from the sewage water. Disinfection means killing of the pathogens or microorganisms which are harmful for the human being. Okay, so disinfection is a very popular method, you might have been known already. Okay, so in order to avoid the spreading of the, say, infection, disinfectants are usually uh, uh, spread. Okay, very cheaper disinfectants are chlorine here. Chlorine is mixed with the water, sewage water, so that it kills all the germs and microorganisms which are harmful to the human body, and thus disinfecting, okay, the microorganisms and germs. Okay, so this, by this, okay, you are going to have the water with the final composition, okay, like this: biological oxygen demand less than 1 parts per million, ammonia less than 1 parts per million, phosphate less than 1 parts per million. So what is the meaning of this? Biological oxygen demand means organic matter, if at all present. Biologically oxygen demand means organic matter containing organic matter which is oxidizable by microorganisms. Okay, so that might be present in less than 1 milligram per liter of the water. Okay, ammonia is also present in less than 1 milligram per liter of the water. Likewise, okay. So thus, after the tertiary treatment, the water will be very clear, possessing high clarity, having say uh, free from odor. Odor means smell. There is no smell. Okay, so thus having low biological oxygen demand value, it is equivalent to drinking water, and it can be recycled for the drinking purpose. With this, I would like to conclude this class. Thanks for your patience in listening the class. If you have any doubts, please mail me. My mail ID is magalad, MAGALADVT, magaladvt @gmail.com. Feel free to ask your queries. Thank you. Have a nice time. Study well. Get good result.